This guy. My Hero Academia is finally over. Some of you thought it was bad, some of you thought it was good, some of you thought it was peak. I don't know why, but I want to do something a little different today. I'm gonna go read over what some of y'all said over in Reddit. I know, it could be a toxic place, especially for the anime community. But you know what? I want to see what y'all have to say about the ending. And I gotta say it because I know someone's gonna get mad. Spoiler warning. All right, let's just get straight into it with Kaise Jin. Dude saying people are not understanding or refusing to understand the ending. Refusing to understand the ending. I don't know about that one. Let's see. All right, number one, Deku losing one for all and ending up quirkless. Yeah, that sucked. This makes perfect sense thematically. Does it now? Deku was born quirkless just like All Might. Okay. But somehow the former losing his quirk is fine, but not the latter. Well, first off, the former is not the main character. The second one is. There's a big difference there. Also, the only reason One for All exists is to defeat All for One. They're bound together since creation. Thematically as well. Okay. Since All for One is gone, One for All has no purpose to exist anymore. All right. Also, Deku is a teacher at the best school, molding the next generation of heroes by teaching them about quirks, which are his main fascination. Are quirks really his main fascination, though? I mean, that's something that he was really passionate about, but I would argue that his main fascination was being a hero. Deku said he becomes the greatest hero, and he did become. No, he didn't. What he did say is that we became the greatest heroes. Okay. He defeated the two greatest villains in history and fundamentally changed society. Well, he didn't solo them, but he did have a ton of help. Did he fundamentally change society? I don't really think so either. He is the greatest. Greatest does not mean number one in rankings. He's the greatest solely on merit. Well, I would agree that greatest doesn't necessarily mean number one in rankings. Okay. He's the greatest solely on merit. Is he though? By doing something no one has ever done. I could agree with that if he soloed everything, but he didn't. I don't know about that. All right, we got Cyber Saiyan 07. Homie is saying, I don't understand how Midoriya having an Iron Man suit is better than having some form of One for All. Dude, yes, this exactly. Because if we're trying to drive home this point of anybody can be a hero without quirks, then what the hell is the point of giving him a suit? If you're gonna take away his One for All and all his quirks, what's the point of giving him a suit that essentially gives him quirks back? I don't get that. Deku was going to be the last successor. True. Deku literally destroyed his body for that quirk and he didn't get to keep it. Also true. I can't imagine how it must have been for Deku in the later years. In UA, Boku going, is the Ember alright? Dude, he was probably hella sad. I know I would have been. Horikoshi has hinted so many times that Deku would end up with Ochako. Yeah, there are a lot of hints over the span of I don't know how many years, easily over half a decade. I don't know when the romance started. But he didn't commit to it at the end and gave us nothing after 10 years. Correct, he did not commit. Somebody in one of the other videos I dropped said there was something about green tea. Like, bro, 10 years, green tea, that's enough to satisfy you? That's enough closure for you between those two? I think they should give us a little bit more than just a little image of green tea. You can like this ending, but for me, it was unsatisfying. Same here. It had great scenes and panels, but it was underwhelming. Totally underwhelming. Totally underwhelming. I low-key feel like chapter 429 could have been the ending. All right, I don't know how to say this name, but XHENNH. The last chapter left me disappointed. The heteromorph and quirk discrimination problems are swept under the rug in a few cases when they are supposed to be major issues. Okay, I kind of disagree there because the whole freaking heteromorph thing kind of just like came out of nowhere and it never really seemed like it was a major issue to begin with. I honestly felt like it was out of place and just kind of random. Like, I personally did not really see how it connected to the main plot in the storyline. Midoriya becoming a teacher felt strange to me. He wanted to help people out and be on the terrain directly. He could have just become a detective. Yeah, he could have, but he didn't because he was cool being a teacher, I guess. The ambiguity surrounding the romantic plot could have been resolved by actually acknowledging that it happened. Well, I guess it low-key acknowledged it, but really, they should have given us more. I mean, after so many years, just a little bit more. A lot of mixed feelings on this, but overall, I'm happy that it's finally over. It was a good run. I think Deku was kind of a crybaby, too much of a crybaby to be my type of MC. But you know what? I kind of stuck with the story because it just low-key reminded me of Naruto 2.0. Man, I don't even know about 2.0, but it just felt like its successor. The way that they built up everything around the MC and they kind of gave some spotlight to some of the side characters. It kind of felt like it followed that blueprint, and I was cool with that. But who cares what I think? What do you think about it? Did you like it? Do you like talking about manga and anime? If you do, hit me with a like and sub. I'll catch up with y'all again. Peace.